It is during the commemoration of the International Anti-Corruption Day that the European Union ambassador to Kenya, Henriette Geiger, was quick to note that Kenya could be in a position to freely operate without extensive borrowing from institutions like the IMF, if at all the government can not only articulate its policies on fighting corruption, but enforce the same.
You don't need any IMF, you don't need any World Bank, you don't need any USAID, EU, etc. If you curb corruption, you have more than enough money to go around. That's the opportunity, the golden opportunity for Kenya. But it needs a very big shift. If you stole just 500 Kenyan shillings rather than stealing 1,000, we can cut theft by half. And drastically reduce our external borrowing.
Despite lauding the steps made by EACC in recovering proceeds of crime, Geiger lamented over the now devolved corruption.
Money gets into counties, but the accountability mechanisms are not yet established. Otherwise, the only thing we do is decentralizing corruption. This is certainly not the idea. The idea of devolution was to bring services to every single Kenyan citizen.
On his part, British High Commissioner to Kenya, Neil Wigan, in a move that he said would help fight corruption, hinted at the UK government cracking the whip on those stashing proceeds of crime abroad, as well as those facilitating the same.
So we will be looking at those corrupt individuals who use institutions in the UK, who try to hide their money in the UK, to make sure that that cannot happen. And we will act against those individuals who we believe are facilitating corruption internationally. So please look out for what we will say later on today as proof of what I'm saying.
EACC Chairperson Bishop David Oginde, while narrating the challenges faced in the fight against corruption, called on Kenyans to properly vet leaders before electing them into office.
They are already trying to get me out. Parliament almost got me out just the other day. Thank God for the law that the Speaker upheld, and now I can still stand here as chair of EACC. Let us participate in the appointment and election of men and women of integrity. One of the biggest challenges we face as a nation is that when it comes to voting, we choose people according to what they have given us.
Corruption remains one of the greatest challenges of our time. Its tentacles reach into every aspect of our society, eroding trust in institutions, stifling economic progress, and denying ordinary citizens access to opportunities and services. The cost is particularly heavy for young people as corruption undermines education, employment prospects, and societal equity.